Hi guys, it's Kathy. I hope you're doing well. Sunday. We made it to Sunday. Whew, what a week. What a week. Alright. We stopped yesterday right before the good parts start, but we got through jury selection. Today we get to see the body cam of what happened in the jail. Like everything that happened in the jail. And I love how the guards responded to the other guard. I do. They did a good job. And then we get to see body cam, a bunch of different little body cams. And then we get to hear the testimony of Daryl Brooks. Wait, not Daryl Brooks. Of Daryl Brooks. Wait, no. He's just like him, guys. He's not as bad, though. He's not as heinous. But he's working on it. He's trying to get there. Okay. Here we go. Fingers crossed. That's better. Listen, I'm going to keep going. I know the stream is at almost 2 hours right now. And I know I usually stop at 2 hours. I'm going to keep going. If you guys already invested a lot of time. If you have to go. You can watch this later. But I'm not ready to stop yet. I need to see more.
Yes.
You know what? Double.
You're the witness stand. Please remain standing.
My mic is still on. Hi,
Raise your right
guys.
hand. Swear affirm the testimony you'll give in these proceedings to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God.
Yes, sir.
Can I have a seat? Bottle of water there if you need it. And this is a touch screen if you're ever asked to point anything out.
That's awesome. I'm going to ask him something about these.
Okay.
He's got a black eye.
Sir, would you please state your full name and your business occupation for the record?
My name is Jason T. Hall. I'm a prison investigator at Warren Correctional Institution.
And how long have you worked for the Department of Corrections?
I've been with the Department of Corrections now for 29 years. First 25 years at Lebanon Correctional, and the remaining I've been at Warren Correctional.
And you're an investigator now, but how'd you start out?
I started out in 1995 as a corrections officer. I've been a lieutenant. I've also been an accreditation manager, and for the last 13 years, I've been a prison investigator.
And what's the nature of your duties as a prison investigator? Well, let me back up. You're not a law enforcement officer with power to arrest or detain people. Is that correct?
That's correct.
But what's your specific role as an investigator within the Department of Corrections?
As a prison investigator, my job, not only do we monitor phone calls and do the contraband type of items, my job is, if we're doing an investigation, it could be an administrative case. We're looking into something, and as soon as it turns criminal, my job is to notify our assigned state trooper who will come in and take over that case.
And I can't but help to notice that you have a little problem with your eye here today. Would you explain how that happened?
Yes,
Briefly.
week ago today, an inmate had assaulted me when I was trying to restrain him.
Gosh darn it. But at least you don't have pneumonia, sir. At least you didn't go to the hospital with a chest infection. Kit Kat, the good news is they did not amputate anything while you were in there. So, try to focus on that. Okay? This, of course, he comes in to here with a black eye. Because that's not going to prejudice poor Daryl Brooks at all.
And I have an orbital fracture.
And in your 29 years as Department of Corrections employee, have you found that employees of the department are sometimes subject to physical violence and harm?
Yes, we are subject to physical violence and harm.
Directing your attention to December 20th of last year. Were you on duty at the Warren Correctional Institution?
Yes, sir.
What were your duties that day?
A prison investigator, of course. I was in my office, and if I hear stuff come across the radio, officer need assistance and things like that, I immediately start paying attention. I review cameras to see if they need my assistance for any reason.
Shortly after 1 o'clock, did you hear what is referred to as a Signal 3 called out on your radios?
Yes, Signal 3 was announced across the radio.
And how's that radio system work? Do you just monitor all the radio traffic inside the institution?
Yes, I carry the radio, handheld radio also, and I just monitor it in case I'm needed for any of the items and to know what's going on during the workday.
Is that one channel or do you have multiple channels you have to monitor?
I just monitor the one channel.
All right. And when I say you heard a Signal 3 call, what does that mean?
Signal 3 is where the officer or staff member has man-down units. They call them on them. They break a certain degree of a 45-degree angle to set off an alarm to our control room. Also, staff can hit a button if they need assistance. That means all available units will respond to that area to assist that officer in a more than likely unruly inmate.
And did you find out just generally where that Signal 3 was occurring?
Yes, they said Signal 3, 1 Alpha, which is the housing unit that this incident occurred in.
Now, Warren is laid out a little differently than Lebanon. How would you describe the physical layout of the institution?
Warren Correctional is more set up like a college campus, we call it. It has different buildings. Inmates have to walk outside that building to go places. So we have what we call the low road and the high road. And those are housing units. And on the day of the incident, it occurred on the high road, which is Unit 1.
Did you immediately go to that location, or what did you do when you first heard it?
I clicked it live on the camera as I'm watching it go down, and I noticed they restrained the defendant when they pulled him out. I then responded to medical. I also notified Trooper Schuler on the way over by phone. At the time I get over there, some of our main jobs is to immediately take photographs of the injured or something when it happens. So Trooper Schuler knows the who, what, when, where, so he can respond and do his part of the investigation.
And as you did that, did you encounter Sergeant Shane Carey of Warren Correctional?
Yes, I encountered him right in front of the medical building.
Did you subsequently have contact with inmate Aaron Jones?
No.
Did you later have contact with him?
Yes.
Okay. Let me ask you a few basic questions. Is Warren Correctional Institution located in Warren County, Ohio?
Yes, sir.
Did the assault reported occur at the Warren Correctional Institution?
Yes, sir.
Is Warren Correctional a state correctional institution?
Yes, sir.
And was Sergeant Carey an employee of the Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation on December 20th of last year?
Yes, sir.
Is Aaron Jones a person incarcerated at Warren Correctional Institution on December 20th, 2023?
Yes, sir.
Can you identify Mr. Jones for the record?
He's sitting over at the defense table with a gray long sleeve shirt on.
Identifying the defendant.
Thank you, Your Honor. One of the things you talked about was pulling surveillance. Were you able to pull the surveillance from Block 1 Alpha for the time period in question?
Yes, sir.
All right. Sir, if I may, I'm going to refer you to what we'll see on the screen, hopefully in a minute, which has been marked as States Exhibit 1 for the record, Your Honor.
Justin, do you have the exhibit?
It's not that easy.
Put it on
boys.
Elmo.
Technology's not that easy.
No, I'm going to put the video up.
That's what I was.
My
Sorry.
bad. My bad. I did it.
Did your computer go to sleep, Mr. Arnold?
I don't think so. Seems to be working here
Are you plugged in and everything?
and everything.
Every trial, this happens every time.
For the record, Your Honor, we did
No,
exercise this
I know.
morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is absolutely inevitable. People come and test their equipment, but when they go
Get
to
out of it? You don't want me to get out of it because then I have to.
there you go. There it was. There.
All right. I'm going to direct your attention to what
Judge, if you staple something in front of that microphone one more time, I am holding you in contempt.
you see on the video marked as State's Exhibit 1. First of all, can you tell us what we're seeing here?
Yes, it's that's Unit 1 Alpha. That's what they call the day room area. And what you see on the left and the right would be the actual cells.
So we see two views here. Are there two different cameras we're seeing at this point?
Yes.
Which is which?
If you look at your screen, of course, it says right side front, but that's this 1 Alpha is divided like this, 2 housing units, and then in the middle is where the officer sits. So the left side of the screen is what we call the right side of 1 Alpha, and of course the right side of the screen is the left side of 1 Alpha.
Are these videos maintained in the ordinary course of business by the Warren Correctional Institution?
Yes, sir.
Are they true and accurate copies of the video you preserved that day?
Yes, sir.
All right. So we're going to focus on what is known as the left side. Can I make this one bigger? Yeah, right. Okay, screen. Oh, I've got a mouse here. There you go. All right. Again, tell me what we're seeing at this particular point.
This is the left side of 1 Alpha. There's inmates sitting in the day room. The officer sitting at the middle desk over there.
Where's the officer's desk?
Toward the top.
Can you point to it on the screen?
Oh, I forgot, right there.
Yeah. Okay. And there's also something called the sergeant's office. Are you familiar with that?
Yes, sir.
Where's the sergeant's office located?
Sergeant
Pay
officer be
attention.
over here.
There. Pay attention to that spot.
Right there.
Okay. And my screen's so small I can't read the time. Can you tell us the approximate time we're seeing here?
12:57
Okay.
p.m.
I'm going to zoom in on the sergeant's office a little bit. I'm going to try it. And as we put play, I'm going to ask you to identify some people we see here in just a moment.
And none of them saw nothing. Nothing.
Just go right here.
I think we see the sergeant. You
All right.
can't see my mouse.
So
Never
we need to
mind.
do this about 12:57. Is that right?
I believe so.
True.
So you're at 101 right now.
He finds it, I promise. He just needs a second. Don't worry, they'll get there in the end. This isn't the body cam footage, though. This isn't the good stuff. This is just surveillance camera. Still good, though.
All right, I'm going to stop it at this point. I direct your attention to this area here. Can you tell us who we're seeing at that point?
I don't know on that one. I think we need to be on that other camera angle.
Okay.
The right. If we're trying to get the sergeant's office, it should be the other camera. Yes. Where it says WCI 1 Alpha right side camera.
All right, this is the one I want.
No, that still says left side. There you go. Yeah, right there. The incident took place right there.
In this area?
Yes. There you go.
So I need to back up a little bit. Is that? All right. First of all, can you identify the individual we see?
That's Sergeant Carey going into his office.
That you're referring to this individual here?
That's Sergeant Carey, yes.
And can you identify the person standing behind him?
That's inmate Jones.
And I see a gentleman in a gray shirt. Can you tell us who that was?
That's the regular block officer named Officer Shostak.
I think we see everybody scatter now. I think.
Okay, and at this point, we see somebody leaving that office. Can you identify that person?
That's inmate Jones leaving the office.
All right. And does he return to the sergeant's office shortly after that?
Yes, sir.
In about a minute or so?
I believe so.
I'm going to speed this up just a little bit to about 12:58:30.
That's him returning.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm sorry.
There he goes right there.
All right. And there's no prison surveillance inside the sergeant's office. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. And you're familiar with this video. You viewed it before, and in approximately 8 or 10 minutes that happens, does anything occur, or does the defendant exit the office for the next 8 or 10 minutes?
He exits the office, and then Sergeant Carey approaches him.
All right. And that's about 1:08. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, we're going to fast forward if we can.
So when I was dating two people, not at the same time. One was a prison guard in the prison, and then the other one was a juvenile detention officer. And they both said the same thing. Because I was worried. I was very worried. And they said, listen, if you treat them with respect, they will treat you with respect. If you treat them like a human, they will treat you like a human. There is a handful of the prisoners that are, not okay. And they already know they're not okay. So that doesn't work for them. But for everybody else, as long as you treat them with respect, they will treat you right back the same way. Which is good to know.
All right. Let me back up here.
He headbutted him. He just did it again.
All right. So tell me what we're seeing at this point in the video.
This is Jones. He had just left the office. And I would say that then Sergeant Carey comes into the screen where Jones turns back around.
And again, just for the record, we now see two individuals in the frame.
That's Sergeant Carey. And this one right here is inmate Jones.
Gentleman in the white t-shirt.
Yes, sir. And then Jones immediately headbutts him and starts throwing punches and kicks at Sergeant Carey.
He did it again.
Sergeant Carey looks like he would appear out, maybe yelling for help. And then Officer Shostak arrives.
I just ask that you listen to the evidence. We all know what we just saw. Everybody
takes,
scattered.
other-
Left.
Responders about a minute to respond. Is that?
That's correct. What you see coming in there now is Mr. C.D. Brown, which is the male. He's a recovery services program coordinator who's in the area teaching a class. And this is Miss Carnes, who is a case manager to Unit 1 Alpha. Then these are responding officers. That's a lieutenant that would have responded to the area to clear the area.
The white shirt?
The white shirt, the supervisor.
And is it fair to say from this depicts multiple officers responding?
That's correct. That's the result of the signal 3 on the radio. They would pull the inmate.
Let's stop right here. What do we see at this point?
That's the lieutenant taking inmate Jones out. They would be taking inmate Jones to the medical department to be evaluated.
And you encountered him there shortly after this.
Somewhere, yes.
We're going to find out what ticked him off because there's no surveillance in that office, but there's body cam footage. And that's when it gets real good. But I got to ask, guys. I mean, I don't know how many cops or correctional officers are here, but it looks like all of them. So who's watching the rest of the prison right now? Everybody came for this one guy.
At some point, do we see Sergeant Carey exit the?
Yes, I believe we'll see him exit. I went Shostak.
Remember, it gets loud when they start the body cam.
I think Carey might already stepped out of the view.
But the point is the office is secured by another officer. Is that correct?
That's correct. That's probably the other Unit 1 sergeant that would also have the key to that office.
Basically, that's the end of the video from the cell block cameras.
Yes, sir.
May we show exhibits 2, 3, 4, and 10.
Start with 2.
Sir,
Just do it this way. Hand them all to him. Let's identify and authenticate, and then we'll publish.
yes, sir. I'm getting to go. All right. First of all, sir, you're looking at what's been marked as State's Exhibit number 2. Can you tell us what that is?
This is a photograph of Sergeant Carey and his injuries prior to going into medical.
All right. And did you take that photograph?
Yes, sir.
Is that a true and accurate depiction of Sergeant Carey as you saw him actually before he went into the infirmary?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How about State's Exhibit number 3?
That would be, he had a cut. It would be on his left ear. So I took a picture of that also.
And I'm going to move you to State's Exhibit number 4. Can you tell us what's depicted in State's Exhibit 4?
This is in what we call the holding cell of the SEG unit of inmate Jones following the incident.
All right. And what, if anything, unusual did you notice about him?
Blood on a shirt in 2 different locations right there.
All these photographs true and accurate representations?
Yes.
Request permission to publish
Proceed.
2, 3, 4.
Mr. Logston, just go ahead. Start with number 2.
And again, we've seen this previously. Tell us what we're seeing in State's Exhibit 2.
These are the injuries, visible injuries at the time
I don't remember if we see these guys. Sorry.
of Sergeant Carey.
And what are you referring to?
His nose area and maybe his lip area where I would say the head would have struck him at.
All right. Showing State's Exhibit 3. What are we seeing there?
It's blood draining from the outside of his ear.
Okay, I'm glad we don't see him.
Left ear.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And State's Exhibit 4.
That's inmate Jones in the holding cell.
All right. Finally, I'm going to refer you to what you have before you as State's Exhibit number 10.
Objection. Mr. Hall is not going to be able to verify the authenticity of this document, and this document is forged and fraudulent, so I'm objecting to the use of it.
Your Honor, I'd actually
Hang on. Objection is overruled. I don't know what it is yet, so objection is overruled.
I asked the court to strike his comments.
Yeah. Mr. Jones, please be careful. I told you at the beginning of this, when you want to enter an objection, you simply say objection. Unless I ask you for more detail, I do not permit talking objections. So, I'm going to strike
Objection,
your
Michael's here.
comment from the record at this point in time. The jury is instructed to disregard it. Okay? Go ahead, Mr. I'm sorry.
At some point, the WCI provided inmate Jones an opportunity to explain what happened on December 20th, 2023.
Yes, sir. Our policy states that anytime an inmate is involved in the use of force, he's given the opportunity to supply a statement.
And are
I
these
can object
maintained?
now. I want that read into the record, sir.
You're objecting to this report?
Yeah, I'm objecting to the report. Yes, sir.
I hadn't finished asking the question.
Objection is overruled.
Officer, I think I was about to ask you if these records are maintained by the Warren Correctional Institution in the ordinary course of business.
Yes, sir.
Is this a true and accurate copy of the inmate use of force that you obtained?
Yes, sir.
I note that it's rather faint. Can you read his statement to the jury?
Yes. It says, I,
Objection.
Overruled.
Aaron, hereby make the following voluntary statement concerning a use of force incident that I was involved in or witnessed on 1:20 p.m. at approximately 12/20/23. The third shift, CO gave me a
Twice.
it'd be a cuss word, bullshit ticket. I asked the sergeant to throw it out, but he found me guilty. I got, and then cuss word, fucked. Inmate signature, Aaron Jones. Staff witness, Lieutenant Williams.
That's maintained in the ordinary course of business by the Warren Correctional Institution.
Yes, sir.
That's what started it all. He got a ticket. He went in and he asked that ticket to be removed because she was basically just harassing him. And he was found guilty of the ticket anyway.
Let's move on to Sergeant Carey and Officer Showstick. The Warren Correctional Institution have body cameras for their corrections officers during this time frame.
Yes, sir.
Specifically, was Sergeant Carey wearing a body camera at that time?
Yes, sir.
All right, tell me how those camera systems work.
Kinky.
These camera systems are set up sort of like local law enforcement, but a lot different. sort of.
Prison
But
is different.
prison's different a little bit. The frontline staff wear a body cam when it's in the green mode. That means it's the ready to go mode. Staff are directed when a situation happens to double tap them. It goes red. A lot of times you don't have time to double tap them, so they stay green. You have to do what they call a recall of this, and the recall can go back 13 hours. So we can go back 13 hours at any time. I do not think Sergeant Carey's was red by the way the assault occurred, so his camera would have definitely been green. So the shift commander at that time, the supervisor that arrived on the scene, would have had to do what they call a recall so far back to cover that topic, the incident.
Were you able to recover his body worn camera from that day in question?
The supervisor arrived on the scene that handled the use of force packet. I believe it was the lieutenant would have put all those on the server, collected that, and then my job would have been to forward it to Trooper Schuler.
And did you do so?
Yes, sir.
And was the body worn camera that you recovered from both Sergeant Carey, and I believe you also recovered it from Officer Coach Showstack? Did you preserve those in true and accurate copies?
Yes, sir.
All right. Referring to what's been marked as States Exhibits 8 and 9, did you provide those exhibits to law enforcement?
Yes, sir.
And with regard to what we see on States Exhibit number, what will be marked as Exhibit 8, can I publish that briefly or show that so you can identify it? Can you tell us what that is?
That would be the body cam footage. Would be from Sergeant Carey as he's sitting behind the desk.
Okay. I'm going to go to the other one. I'm going to show you briefly what's been marked as States Exhibit. Can you identify that?
That'd be Officer Shostak's body.
I am so sorry. I knew it was going to be loud. I warned you it was going to be loud, but I didn't know it was going to happen right then and there. He's about to press play again in just a minute or two. So you might want to adjust. Here we go.
Camera during his normal duties working.
These are all true and accurate copies of the video that you recovered.
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll deal with those a little bit later. And for the record, do you see the inmate Aaron Jones that we have discussed in the courtroom today?
Yes, sir.
And will you again identify him for the record?
He's got a gray long sleeve shirt on with glasses.
And the events you have testified to that occurred in Warren County, Ohio,
Yes, sir.
at the Warren Correctional Institution,
Yes, sir.
and Officer Carey was obviously an employee of the Department of Corrections.
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Jones was an inmate incarcerated there.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. I have no further questions.
Mr. Jones, do you have any questions for
I do.
Sergeant Hall?
With the inmate use of force report, you said that's standard for all uses of force in the jail, right?
In prison, yes.
And there is a certain officer that was there while I made the use of force statement that's being used, correct?
Sir, I would not
were
know
you
that.
were you present when I wrote the use of force statement?
No, I collected it.
You were not present, so you did not witness me writing that, me signing that, or anything of the above. You just collected it from somebody else, correct?
Part of the use of force packet.
So you did not actually do it yourself. You got it from somebody else.
That's correct.
Okay. So you have no way of authenticating whether or not that was my statement wrote in there, or if that was my signature on there. You're just saying that how?
No, policy states that.
No, I'm saying how are you saying?
Objection? May
One minute. First
be
of all-
allowed to finish his question.
One at a time, everyone, okay? Sue's job is to make a record and to take down everything that's being said. She cannot do that if we talk over one another. So he'll let you finish your question. You must let him finish his answer. Does that make sense?
Yes,
All right.
sir.
Finish your answer.
Okay, per policy, this on-scene supervisor is responsible for collecting the inmate's use of force statement. Per policy.
So you were not the one that was there present when the use of force statement was wrote, correct?
That's correct.
So you received this from somebody else. You have no way of saying whether or not I actually wrote that or signed that piece of paper, correct?
Correct.
Nothing further.
Any redirect?
But these are maintained in the ordinary course of business, is that correct?
That's correct, sir.
Does
Yes.
that use of force identify an inmate by what they refer to as inmate number? Is his
Yes, sir.
inmate number on it? Where is it?
It should be on it, yes.
Would you show him the exhibit again?
Yes, it's right next to his name.
What's his inmate number?
Looks like 779 I can't read the handwriting.
Are you aware that
Or
that's
729
are you aware that that's the inmate number associated with the defendant?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. No further questions.
Any questions, follow-up questions based off
I
Mr. Harris' questions? sir?
forgot.
Yeah, who all would have access to my inmate number?
The general public, the Department of Corrections.
So anybody, any CO, any white shirt, any investigator, any sergeant, anybody from your line of work would have full access to my prison number, correct?
That's correct in our course of duty.
And it wouldn't be too hard to look it up on the computer. You guys got computers at the desk and stuff. It wouldn't be hard to look it up and write that on there in the use of force statement, correct?
That's correct.
Nothing further.
All right, so you may step down.
Thank you, sir.
State Call Sergeant Shane Carey. May investigator be excused, Hall? May he be excused?
Yeah.
Because he's actually on leave for his injury.
Yeah, okay. He can go.
Follow me. Here to witness stand. Just raise your right hand and say standing. I swear from the testimony you'll give these proceedings to be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help God.
I do.
See, if you need water, here it is. If I ask you to point anything out, that's a touchscreen.
I'm sorry, sir. Would you please state your full name and give us your duty position for the record?
Shane Carey, correctional counselor, Warren Correctional Institution.
Spell your first name for the benefit of the Manport Reporter.
SHANE.
Carey.
Yes, sir.
How long have you worked for the Department of Corrections?
A little over 19 years.
And what'd you start as?
A corrections officer.
And what is it you do now?
I am a correctional counselor, a sergeant. I facilitate cleaning of the institution, my areas. I hear conduct reports, do rounds in the units.
And on December 20th of last year, 2023, were you on duty at Warren Correctional Institution?
I believe so.
Okay. What were your duties on that particular day?
My sergeant duties.
Get to work. Get to work.
Do you know an inmate by the name of Aaron Jones?
I do.
Do you see him present in the courtroom today?
I do.
Did you identify him for the record? Okay, may the record show you that point to the defendant.
So noted.
Do you know Mr. Jones prior to this incident on December 20th?
I did.
How'd you know him?
He had been at our institution before, and I had heard conduct reports.
All right. But on this specific day, what was your purpose for dealing with Mr. Jones?
He had a conduct report.
And explain to the jury what you mean by a conduct report.
It's kind of like a ticket. If you violate a rule infraction, they will write you a ticket. And then it is my responsibility to hear the ticket.
Hi,
It's just,
Lacey.
is he going to
I'm
go to
sorry,
jail?
I
Well,
was
he's already in
talking
jail,
to
so I guess
someone.
he's not going to go to jail or be charged with a crime for this.
Stop. Objection's overruled. You need to kind of rephrase the question. Start over again with this line of questioning,
All
please.
right. You explain what a ticket is.
Yes.
Does that necessarily mean the defendant's going to be criminally prosecuted for the action, or is this an administrative action?
It's an administrative.
And at your level, is it your place to determine whether it's valid?
It is.
And then do you assess some sanction as a result of that?
I do.
If you find it's valid, right? And what kind of sanctions are we talking about?
Day room restrictions. I can do phone restrictions,
Spanking with jail time.
commissary restrictions.
So is it kind of like being grounded with your kids?
So like a day room restriction would be you are not permitted to move freely from your cell. And you are not allowed to go to commissary more than $20, I think, just for hygiene.
So on this date, did you conduct an administrative hearing involving the defendant and an incident from the night before?
I did.
And what was the defendant's reaction to that?
He was displeased.
As a result of the meeting with him, did you impose any sanction
was
on inmate Jones for his
displeased.
behavior?
I did.
What was that sanction?
14 days day room restriction, I believe.
Okay. And where did this discussion take place?
I'm in my office.
At some point, did inmate Jones leave your office?
He did.
Did he return
He did.
thereafter? And what would happen when he returned the second time?
We heard the ticket. He was agitated. He threw the phone off the desk.
At some point, you said he became agitated. Did you tell him to leave your office or anything of that nature?
I believe so, yes.
All right. And what happened when you told him basically, get out of my office?
He knocked the phone off the desk.
And did he then walk out of your office?
He did.
Okay, at that point in time, you're a corrections sergeant. Is that behavior that you're going to allow inmates to engage in within the institution?
No, sir.
What do you do?
I followed him outside of the office.
And what is the normal procedure when an inmate engages in some kind of conduct like that?
He was directed to place his hands on the wall so he could be placed in hand restraints.
And then what happens from that point on? What should happen from that point on, I guess?
He should be placed in restraints and then escorted out of the area.
And that could be a subject of another disciplinary hearing at some point.
These past comments are just hurting my feelings. It's Friday. What will the judge wear today? That one was especially painful a little bit. A little bit.
Appropriate.
It's possible, yes.
Okay. Now, on the day in question, were you equipped with what they refer to as a body-worn camera or a body cam?
I was.
And how, yours is just like on all the time, is that generally it? Did you activate any of the red lights or any of the special codes on there, or did you have a chance to during this
I
discussion?
did not.
Have you previously had an opportunity to review the video surveillance from, let's go back. Have you reviewed the video surveillance from Block 1A from the date in question?
I believe so.
And I'm going to show you, if I can, what's previously been marked as State's Exhibit Number 1. Will you tell us what we see in that particular? Wrong end.
In case you
Can
forgot.
you identify the location we see at this point?
They're
State's
gonna
Exhibit
play
1.
body cam again, and it's
The
gonna
door
be
with the yellow
loud.
star is my office.
You mean for breakfast?
And
3 cans
you see
for
the individual
breakfast?
there approaching the door?
Yes,
Who's that?
Mr. Jones.
Who's the officer who walks in first?
That would be me.
Okay, and the gray shirt that we just see passing by?
That is Officer Shostak.
And you said at some point the defendant exits your office?
I believe so, yes.
And did he return shortly thereafter?
Yes, sir.
And in this particular time, when he returned the second time, was he in your office for several minutes?
Possibly, yes.
I mean, longer than the first time.
I'm assuming, I don't really remember how long he was actually in the office.
Okay, but we have the video records to help us in that regard. Is that correct?
Okay, yes, sir.
All right. So I'm going to move this up to about 107.
hell you are. You wait. We're not going through that again. I'm turning it down. Halfway, maybe. A little above halfway. So maybe it won't kill us this time. Here we go.
Using the mouse, I got it.
They're trying, guys. They really are. Don't say that. Never mind. I see 4 bailiffs in that room just from that one camera shot. I'm sure there's more.
I apologize. Our technology is not as fast as we'd like it to be. Stop it there. Can you tell me who that is that we gentleman just saw exit the office?
Mr. Jones.
Okay, and when did that occur in reference to the phone throwing business?
Right after, directly after.
Go ahead, play. And is that, who's the other gentleman now in the?
That is me.
And what was your intention at this point?
To have Mr. Jones place his hands on the wall and be escorted from the area.
And what happened?
I was struck with a headbutt to the nose.
Go ahead, play. Just stop. Does that depict what happened to you?
Yes, sir.
So then you go back inside the office.
Yes, sir.
Does the struggle?
Okay, I'll turn it back up because it didn't. I thought they were going to play it. He said they were going to play it. But I'll be ready just in case they do play it. She probably won't be
Will continue
ready,
after you return to the office?
If I know her, she won't be ready.
And eventually what happened?
I was able to call for Officer Shostak, who came with assistance.
I'm going to ask you to refer to now what's.
All right, I'm definitely turning it down because this is when he comes in the office. I love this part. All right, I'm just going to turn it down a little bit so it's not going to blow your ears out.
Been marked as State's Exhibit 8, previously identified by Mr. Hall. Can you tell us what we're seeing in this particular video?
That is the inside of my office. The camera view would be from the camera mounted to my chest.
All right. And I'm going to.
Is that too loud? I'll give everybody a chance to do what they need to do before I press play again. All right, I hope you're good. Here we go.
You've had an opportunity to review this. Does this truly and accurately reflect the events that occurred on December 20th?
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry? It's actually about a already on my phone, bro. We're talking about the last one. I just blew it out already. No. I'm giving you 15 days. What? Listen to me. Are you gonna listen? I'm fucked up, brother. You ain't got anything.
What's in the bag? Is that a sandwich? It's a sandwich, isn't it? He said at this point the defendant has left and will return, right? Snacky snacks.
You can't cuss outside.
What?
what's up? Where you going with your ticket, bro? Why you not throwing my ticket out?
Who is the person that just returned to your office?
Mr. Jones.
Same gentleman who was there earlier, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Fleck.
Because you're cussing out a staff member.
She's harassing niggas, bro. That's what she fucking does on third shit, bro. She fucking harassing. You heard 1,000 people tell you the same shit, bro. She's fucking harassing people. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. What you beating on my window for? Bro, the camera's back. How fucking long she's at my door beating on my window for, bro? Shut up, I got bad eyes, bro.
She said you hid something beside you. The lady
Show me on camera where it's at on camera. I hear something. I'm sitting there. I tell you, Kerry, just like I told you when they caught me last time. Yeah, I was wrong and I got caught. I don't give a fuck. When I take out, bro. I don't give a fuck about this shit, bro. It is what it is. When you call me, call, bro. I ain't doing shit back. She's harassing me, bro.
You still can't cuss out the staff
She can't
member.
fucking harass me. She's gonna harass me for.
She's doing her job.
She's not doing her job. She's beating on the door. And she's beating on the door at 4 o'clock in the morning. That's harassment, bro. She keep fucking doing this weird ass shit, Kerry. I'm tired of y'all playing me like I'm some type of bitch, bro. It's far from that, bro.
No.
No, bro. Listen, I ain't going for this, bro. Bro, he fucked up, bro. Come on, bro. That's it. She's
harassing you.
Right with that dumbass shit, bro. You know all that shit don't even fucking work, bro. You put some shit on me like this, bro. Like you don't bang on me multiple times already, dude.
You keep doing crazy stuff.
She banging and beating on my fucking door. I can't even respond. You show me the camera footage right here, right now in front of me, and it don't look like some fuck shit or some bullshit. I'll step out. I'll take it to chin.
No, I can't show you a camera.
Yes, you can.
No, you're not allowed to watch the cameras.
Yes, you are. They done showed me before. They done showed me on
They are not supposed to.
Fuck all the other shit, bro. Why is you not throwing my shit out, bro?
You cussed out a staff member.
She is fucking harassing people. You know it, bro. You're not even trying to swerve on the fact.
No. I have heard 0 tickets from her since I've been up here.
Throw my ticket out, bro.
Do what?
Throw my ticket out, bro. I ain't did shit, bro.
No.
You gonna keep banging on me, though, bro? Spicer gonna show me, look, I don't even know Spicer can't bang with some player shit from me. You gonna keep banging on me, though, like.
You keep doing dumb
I
shit.
didn't do dumb shit, bro. Tell the bitch.
You cussed her out.
She deserved it, but the fuck you
You know what? Cuss out staff member.
Damn, bro.
No,
I
you
don't fucking time, bro.
Beep,
You cannot cuss out.
beep, beep, beep.
What's up, bro? Throw my shit out, bro. Verbal something, bro.
You are getting 15 days day room restriction.
No, I'm not. For what? For what, though? Because she's harassing me. You want me to take
She is not harassing. She's doing her job.
Run the camera back. See, you don't want to run the camera back because you lied to me and be faking with me, bro. She don't. She beat on my window, bro. Point blank period. If that was the case, be real though. Okay, I get your point. I swear on the whole cuss her out for. I'll even give you that part. But she beat on my window, standing on my window, and she thinks I'm hiding something. She's supposed to call a Weiser. The Weiser's supposed to come and pop the door, open the door up, so she can come in there and get the shit and shake the shit down. Correct? True or false? True or false?
No, it is third shift. She didn't write you up for
She
nothing.
told me before I even
The only thing she wrote you up for was cussing her out.
So, but she's saying she sound, but she's saying that she stayed in the window like that. She found something. So I hear something.
No,
Yes, she
all
did.
she wrote you up for was disrespect.
But in the
She's
description,
trying to
she said I hid something, which would imply that I'm hiding something, which would imply that you need to bring a white shirt to come get whatever dope or paraphernalia. She done popped the door on Thursday.
She didn't write you up for that. She
It's in
wrote
the
you.
fucking ticket. What are you talking about?
Goodbye. Get out.
The fuck you playing with me like that for, bro?
Go away.
So what's up? You trying to? I don't know. I'm going left. So I got 140 million days on fucking.
Sir, I'm going to stop this video at approximately 13:02:58. We hear you tell him to get out of your office. What are you trying to do at that point when you ask him to leave your office or tell him to leave your office?
He was agitated, and I was trying to de-escalate the situation.
At this point in time, had you put hands on him or anything up to this point?
Absolutely not.
And basically, you had a report from another officer that he did something wrong.
I believe he called the third shift officer a bitch.
All right. It's your job to sort that out and if appropriate, set some sanction. Is that correct?
Yes.
And we heard 15 days day room.
Yes.
You explained what that means earlier.
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and resume play.
You cannot cuss out staff members.
Why the fuck did you let her harass me, bruh? I'm not supposed to punch that
She's doing her job.
bruh. She's not though. She's harassing me, bruh. You're not even trying to make no type of
If she was harassing you,
you're gonna make no type of attempt to be fair about the situation, bruh.
you cussed her out. It's black and white.
How's that black and white?
You said you cussed her out.
233 Bravo. 233 Bravo. 50 outside monitor the traffic.
No, what's up, bruh? But cut that shit loose, bruh. That ain't no shit, bruh. So you gonna have me going down. So you gonna have me going down for some shit. For some shit.
Some shit you did.
Right.
You did it.
You caused her out. She provoking a nigga, bruh.
I'm not provoking you and you're yelling at me.
You know what? Absolutely right. Let me tone this down a little bit.
No, you came in here at 100 miles an hour.
Because you just told me you was about to run the camera back. If you would have ran the camera back, you would have seen that she was on my ass, bro, for no fucking reason. And then
She was doing her job. She shined the light in there.
No, it's not because she's standing there with the light on, and she's talking about some.
It's trying to see what you hid.
And she's trying. And how?
I'm gonna print. Hold on. I'm gonna print you a ticket.
I just had this fucking ticket, bro.
I'm gonna give you a loan.
Go ahead.
She's stupid, bro. You talking about this, bro? I ain't did shit, bro. Mama, bro, I ain't did shit, bro.
You cussed her out. That's all this is about.
You can get a verbal reprimand or a verbal something for that, dude. That's not that fucking serious.
You're yelling at me and I didn't do a motherfucking thing. No.
About me doing a whole bunch of different shit. You know, I be fucked up, bro. Y'all ain't gonna keep playing me like this. I'm gonna go back to Luke anyways, bro. Fuck a Madison, nigga. Y'all ain't trying to ride me. Look, if she found I hid something, I just told you earlier, Kerry, I'm on edge already, bro. I already told you.
I'm not talking about this. I'm only talking about you cussing her out.
I'm mad, Kerry. I don't think you understand, bro. I can admit fucking what I'm doing. This ain't that serious, though, bro. This over the top and excessive, bro. She's been harassing me, bro. And she's been on this shit, bro. It's not the first time.
She does not.
This is not the first time she done got my door popped on third shift, bro. She done got my door popped multiple times on third shift.
You don't have any tickets from her.
Okay, that's
Since
nice.
you've been up here. So she's not harassing you.
Well, because she doesn't write the ticket. So it's got to be paperwork for it to be harassment? It don't got to be, don't do that. Don't get to fake it like that, because I can harass you. I'm harassing you right now for you.
On the way.
If there ain't no paperwork, I ain't writing no ticket, did I? But it's bullshit, bro. I offered it.
When you're done,
What?
you will go to the store tomorrow.
Shit. I'm thinking about going out to look right now. You got me so heated right now, bro. You done lied to me, fake to me, lied on my face.
No one lied to you.
Yes, you did, bro. I put you guys over here. They all heard you talk about some. If that shit is what you said,
I watched the cameras. He was shining the light in. She was. I saw it. You still cussed her out. She's not there for the excessive amount of time.
You just said in front of him.
He's
Yeah,
eating
that's what he
snacks.
was, bro. I said, look, that's what you were throwing that shit out, bro. That dude.
No, I never told you I was throwing your ticket out. Never. Never. I watched the camera.
4 o'clock in the morning, she's waking the nigga up out of her sleep.
She's.
For arm around for cussing around.
You're sitting up on the bed, is what it says. You hid something. She shined the light in to see what it was.
I hid something. Wait,
You
okay.
called her a fucking bitch.
Okay, you seen it on camera, me hiding something?
No.
Exactly. I ain't do shit, bro.
I don't care about that. I'm talking about you cussing her out.
Let me hear it on camera, nigga, where I cussed her out at.
I don't have the body camera. I only have the selfie.
No. You only
The day room.
You ain't never got the body camera when it's in our favor.
I don't have access to a body camera.
What's up, bro? Kill that shit, bro. This is type of verbal, bro. Damn, bro.
No. You were given 15 days day room.
350
That's
days.
it. That's where we're at.
So,
You gonna pay my bus ticket?
No.
Definitely is. It's one of the two of y'all paying for that shit. It's gonna be one of the two of y'all paying for my bus ticket. I promise you that. You was just vouching to the blue line straight to my fucking face.
No one has lied to
You
you.
think I can bring your ass back in here and tell you to face you?
Get out of my office. Go. Go away. Come here. Put your hands.
I'm going to stop it at this point at approximately 108, 1308 or 108.
Of course he's going to stop it there. It's like we're freaking married. We're just about to hit the fight. We are right there. We went through all of that. We are just about to get to the good part. Okay, I'm going to stop it. I'm going to stop it right there. Is that good for you? There's 2 minutes left, so I don't think they're going to press play again. Although, they might, because it's right when he comes out the door that he gets the headbutt. So I just paused it and made a mistake for absolutely no reason. I got to turn the sound back down. Because they might press play just to see the headbutt. Here we go.
Up until the point where we see the phone incident, had you laid hands on him or used any physical force against him?
No, sir.
Had you done anything other than inform him he was going to be administratively sanctioned for cussing out another officer?
No, sir.
You told him to get out of your office at that point. Again, why did you want him to get out of your office?
He was agitated, and I was trying to de-escalate the situation.
All right, I'm going to back this up a little bit.
Hang on, Mr. Arnold. Stop right there. Let's just take a break.
Okay.
I need to take a break. The jury needs a break. I need a break. You're going to stop. We're stopping here.
Okay, may the record reflect we're at 13:07:50 on the video.
You guys, you just remember where you're at. It was when the defendant on the video had left the office. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, at this time we're going to take our lunch break. It's 12:26. We're going to take for a full hour. As I've indicated, I've got 3 things on my 1 o'clock docket, which I'll have done in plenty of time by 1:30. So you'll get a full hour for lunch. You are permitted to leave the building. Justin's showing you how to get in and out, right? When you return to the building, you must return directly to the jury room back here. Okay, I do not want you wandering the halls just in case of all of the other restrictions. So just come straight back to the jury room. If you see anybody out at lunch, just ignore them. If you see Mr. Arnold, just ignore him. It's not rude. It's just the way things are. Okay. Again, remember my admonition about talking about the case with anyone, including with each other, and no investigations. Okay. With that, I'll see everybody back here at 1:30.
All rise.
I'm so sorry, possible reliability. I'm so sorry. I just need a second to get the next one on. I cannot resize it in secret. So, give me a second. I have to resize it so that's not what I asked you. Almost. It's not perfect. Oh, that's as small as it goes. Okay. Gotcha. Now. Part 2. So, here we go. echoey. We actually start off with a whole different case here. I just left it in because the judge said he had so many things to do before 1 o'clock, before the break was over. Headphone warning. Am I too loud? Well, we'll see. So I just left it in. It's a few minutes and it's a little interesting, and then it's a nice way to ease back into it.
This is case number 24CR41598, the state of Ohio versus Kevin Hurd. Mr. Hurd is before the court with his counsel, Mr. Comunale. Am I pronouncing that correctly? Comunale. Okay. Mr. Arnold's here on behalf of the state of Ohio. We're here for sentencing. Mr. Arnold, anything on behalf of the state?
Your Honor, I understand that the defendant has 0 days jail time credit. I remind the court that this is a situation where Ohio State Patrol and local Franklin police officers were conducting speed surveillance in the area of I-75 and milepost 37, which is in the Franklin area of I-75. The air unit picked the defendant up on a motorcycle driving at 92 miles an hour in a 65 mile an hour zone. Franklin PD pursued him with lights and sirens. He fled on a purple Harley Davidson. Franklin ended up backing off. The OSP air unit continued. They clocked him at 116 miles an hour on I-75, passing traffic on both sides of the road, weaving in and out.
Thank you, Monica.
He exited on State Route 63, where he went to 741. OSP again initiated the pursuit. They went down through Kings Mills Road area till they reached the I-71 interchange on Kings Mills. From there, he went north on I-71 all the way up to the Morrow Bridge, Jeremiah Morrow Bridge, where he turned around, and OSP officers were pursuing him during part of this time, but they ended up backing off and letting the air surveillance continue. He did an illegal U-turn at the bridge, came back southbound. By this point, OSP was blocking exits on the highway to prevent innocent civilians from being crashed into and rammed by this fleeing felon. As he got to I-275, he got off on 275, continues all the way over to the Harrison Avenue exit, splitting marked lanes, driving at a higher rate of speed, gets off in Harrison, drives through the surrounding residential streets until he ends up driving into a garage over in Green Township, where he was surrounded. He was taken into custody. He said, "The motorcycle is not mine, didn't have a registration or a rear brake light, and he was recently in trouble and didn't want to get in trouble again." Judge, I know this defendant appears before you with no felony record, but frankly, I don't care if he was a saint or a candidate for high office. This type of pursuit, this far, at these speeds, is deadly. It's as deadly as shooting into a crowd with a high-powered rifle or an assault rifle. I've been to the funeral of police officers who were killed because of stuff like this at speeds over 100 miles an hour. I don't want to see that happen again. It's our position this defense should be sentenced.
Thank you.
Normally, we ask for 24 months in prison. Frankly, this is a more severe case than most. And we believe that a longer prison sentence is appropriate, as well as, and we're going to ask the court to immediately order execution of the sentence.
Immediately order execution.
Anything from probation?
Execution.
Mr. Comunale.
Your Honor, we had the opportunity to submit.
So apparently I left my microphone on during this hearing, which is why it's echoey. And apparently I had my microphone off a minute ago when I was thanking Monica for the cheers. Thank you so much for the cheers, Monica. Thank you. Kelly, thank you so much. These chatters are the best. Hopefully I turn my mic off and the echo goes away.
A sentencing memorandum.
Yes! My coffee's here!
You have a prior record though, right?
I don't.
New London,
Fixed
Georgia,
Fixed it. Fixed
interference with an officer resisting arrest, assault.
I'm gonna fast forward it.
What's that?
Pass this guy.
Let me finish.
New London,
So we can
Georgia.
get back to the
No,
trial.
sir. You
I'm sorry, New London.
Please stop talking. Your Honor, the charges that are noted are
JK, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. I had to go get my coffee, and then everything broke down. There was a few cats I petted on the way, and that made a difference. All right, here we go. We're back to the trial. And you can hear.
Oh, is this not? I drank worse.
Is it hot?
In worse places.
Is it hot? It's hot. It's hot. What do you care?
I don't. I drank worse coffee in worse places
You were in the army.
and appreciated it.
Yeah.
But Dennis was in Youngstown. That's a lot better than some other places in Korea.
It's very echoey, though. I don't like it.
The last sip was from this morning.
The camera is killing me. Feels like I'm in a high-speed chase watching it. Your mic is killing me. Why don't you mute it?
Thank you. You may be seated.
Oh, man, guys.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen of
This
the
is
jury.
very
Everyone
important.
was able to follow my instructions over lunch.
I decided to get Cuban coffee this morning. It is delicious. Guys, this is delicious coffee. You have got to go out and get some Cuban coffee today. You will not regret it. 10 out of 10. I highly recommend.
Lunch, right? Great. Okay. If you
Verbal
Nice
discussions
salty.
with the defendant.
I got it from
Was it your
Wawa.
goal to aggravate
because they
him or
deliver now.
incite him to?
Mm. It
I
is
asked him
very,
to leave the
yes.
area, which would have.
No, it's not
For the
salty.
record, then
Just
we'll
go.
go back to the video. Which is
This is going to be loud, guys. I did adjust the volume. It's still a little loud. I'm just telling you, if you need to do something now, do something now.
No one has lied to you. Get out of my office. No. Go away. Come here. Put your hands. Put your hands on the back. Go. bitch. Put your hands behind your back.
There is a little blood coming up here, guys. Just blood. You don't see the wound. You see blood. I'm just warning you if anybody has an issue with that. It's only for the next few seconds.
Just for the record, I'm stopping you at 13914. There's a gentleman here that disappeared today, so who is it? And there was another gentleman we see the dog shirt over here that came in. Who is that? And I noted that there appeared to be a red substance on the back of Officer Stursky's shirt. Do you know what that was?
Here's orange outfit. Got it? Hold on. Smile. Go get my glasses. Get you out of here, bud. Here. Right here, bro. Where are we going? Shit, we're gonna go to bed. Anyways, anybody else involved or just I got it? Stop.
He does, Monica. You're right.
He headbutted me. I'm good. Fuck that. Alright.
I love how they all went to him. Come this way. Come this way. Come on. All of them. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Very good. I'm here.
At this point, you stopped at 13 change 59. You actually exited the building. What, did you go back in briefly? Let me go ahead.
No. He fucking headbutted me outside. And I woke him up. You don't have to go backwards. No, it's on the floor, you know? You gotta swear. No.
Smile again. Do it again. Ah, no! Don't take his snacks!
Where's my camera?
Hey, don't spoon me. They want me to picture all the blood shit.
It's my blood.
Well, I know, but it's a crime scene. I understand that. But
I'll cross it. I know.
Get down, Penny, get down. Penny, get down.
Did he get his glasses though?
Get down. No. No. Penny. Penny. Penny, get. Okay, fine. Fuck it. Penny, bye. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Penny, penny, bye. I'm not muted. Oh, jeez.
Testified to occurred on December 20th of last year
Yes, sir.
at the Warren Correctional Institution.
Yes, sir.
Is that located in Warren County, Ohio?
Yes, sir.
And you are an employee of the Ohio Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation?
Yes, sir.
And at the time, the inmate involved here was incarcerated at WCI. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
How long did you know Jones before this incident?
He had been at our institution before.
Okay, had you dealt with him before?
Casually, nothing like, we didn't have any issues or anything.
At some point here, you gave him a 15-day suspension from the day room.
Yes.
Is that considered a major sanction in the
No.
administrative?
No. It just doesn't allow you to travel freely from your cell. And it also limits your commissary purchasing.
Kind of like when your parents grounded you for doing something you shouldn't have done. Is that true?
Similar, yes.
Okay. I have no further questions.
Thank you. Mr. Jones, do you have any questions for this witness?
I do. I'd like to start off first. Could you explain to the people, to the jury, what the one house is and what it entails and what it takes to be a part of one house?
Objection.
Overruled. Go ahead.
Unit 1 is a housing unit that holds level 1 and level 2 incarcerated individuals.
And Warren is for the most part, the vast majority of the inmates at Warren are level what?
We have all the way from level 3s to death row.
Okay. The majority of the inmates at Warren Correctional Institution are level what?
Objection again, Your Honor.
Overruled. Go ahead. Answer.
We have level 3s on the low road, 1s and 2s, and then we have an RTU.
So the majority of the inmates at Warren would be what? I just want you to answer the question. What are they level? Majority level 1? Is the majority level 2? Is the majority level 3? They level 4? Level what?
Level 3s.
So in order to make it to one house, which is a 1 and 2 block, correct?
Yes,
So it's all level 1s and 2s in one house, correct?
that is correct.
And what do you have to do to make it from the low road where the level 3s are at up into one house where the rest of the people are at, where you are the sergeant at?
You have to go
Objection.
through you have to go through a security review.
The security review, and security review, that would mean that somebody from the low road got a decreased level of security to come up there, correct?
I'm assuming, I don't have anything to do with security reviews, but I'm assuming that would be how that happens.
Okay, so if you're bad behavior, you won't get lowered from a level 3 to a level 2, correct?
I'm not familiar with the procedures
You're not familiar with the procedure.
of how you get your security. There's a formula, and I'm not aware of it.
So you don't have any idea if it's got anything to do with good behavior, bad behavior, it's got nothing to do with behavior? You don't know that much?
Sir, I don't do anything with security reviews.
And this was the second time you heard that ticket that day, correct?
No, sir.
It's on the video when I asked you about, you've already heard this ticket. Why are you hearing this ticket again? Because when you told me to come into your office, you were asking about a ticket, and I made the inquiry of what ticket. I don't have any ticket. You don't remember that from the video? Or you weren't paying attention?
I made
Objection,
an
phone question.
inquiry.
Watch your comments. Just ask a question, please.
Oh, so on the video, you didn't notice when I made the comment about this being the second time you heard that ticket?
That was the first time that I heard that ticket.
But I'm asking, you don't remember the comment that was made at the beginning of the video that was talking about this was the second time you heard it? You already threw this out. There's several comments made, in fact, about ticket being already heard and done, said,
Objection.
discipline. I'm just wondering if you can recall that.
I heard it in the video, but that was the first time that I heard that ticket.
Okay. And so then also in that video, you were seen to change your story and switch up in different comments. At one point, you didn't have access to the cameras. At one point, I'm not allowed to see the cameras.
He's growing on me.
This is not a speaking question.
I'm getting to the question. You just be patient.
It's Cross, go ahead.
Thank you, sir. And so it's been multiple comments being made that you don't have access to first, you don't have access to the camera. Then you already looked at it and you didn't have it and you didn't think it's substantial. Then you say that I didn't have access to it, you couldn't show it to me. So you changed your story multiple times in this situation. I'm just curious, is that a habit that you just switch and pick and choose what part of the truth is when you're dealing with an individual?
Objection.
Sustained.
Move to strike.
I'm gonna strike the question, sir, Mr. Jones. You have to ask a question that is factually accurate. If you're asking him about something that happened in there, it has to be factually accurate. You're not going to just add your own comments to your question to try to get it in before the jury. So either restate your question and be specific and factually accurate, or I'm going to keep sustaining the objection. So
Okay.
move on.
You changed your response to the cameras multiple times. Why did you do that? About having access, about your accessibility to the cameras.
I have access to the housing unit cameras. I do not have access to body cameras.
And in the video, you stated that you overlooked or reviewed the cameras for this particular ticket, correct?
The housing unit cameras, yes.
But you did overview a camera. That's what you were speaking of, was the housing units and not the body cameras.
That is
to make
correct.
Help make you distinguish. Okay. And you said there was nothing to see here, is what you said, basically.
I don't recall exactly what I said, but if I remember from the video, I did not believe that there was anything malicious. Yes.
Okay. And so you don't think it's a problem at 4 o'clock in the morning when an officer stops at somebody's door?
Objection.
Sustained. Move on.
Move to strike.
So what's the procedure if somebody on third shift finds somebody doing something they're not supposed to be doing?
Objection. We're not on third shift, Your Honor.
That the ticket that was being heard during the
Yes, I'm
discipline
going to
day.
sustain the objection. Mr. Jones, we are not here to discuss the ticket. That's not why we're here. Whether or not you got a ticket or what happened, that's not why we're here.
I mean, the prosecutor been talking about the ticket himself, so why am I allowed to talk about it?
You want to ask some questions. We're not going to talk about the facts of the ticket. We're going to talk about, you can ask questions about what happened on the video surrounding him
He's used
issuing.
multiple witnesses to talk
Remember
about
what
the
I said
facts
about
of the
talking.
ticket.
Remember what I said about talking over me, one at a time. Okay, I will always let you finish, but you must let me finish. We're clear on this.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ask your next question, please.
That's very kind.
You claim to try to de-escalate the situation, correct?
I asked you to leave.
And so that was your form of de-escalation. What about the cussing and aggression and all that stuff? You consider that de-escalation as well?
Objection.
I guess the problem, Mr. Jones, is, and again, I know that you want to, I know what you're trying to do here, and I get it. But ask the question. I'm going to sustain the objection. Restate your question, please. Okay. Remember, we talked about rules, evidence, and procedure. Please restate your question. I want to sustain the objection. Restate it, please.
Restate the same question.
You get, but if you say it the same, if you say the exact same question, we're going to have the same result. So restate it means to say it a different way. That's what I'm trying to get you to do. Okay.
Okay. Have you ever had any de-escalation training?
Possibly, not that I can recall off the top of my head.
Not that you can call. And so, how to say this? So you felt it was proper to cuss the de-escalated situation?
Objection.
Overruled.
Probably not. Profanity is part of my life, and I don't even realize that I swear.
Fair enough. I'm with you on that one.
Fuck yeah, it's okay.
In certain situations, I think we can all agree that profanity wasn't necessary and it wasn't helped to de-escalate. Also, after the altercation took place, you had made a move to cover your camera. I was curious as why you covered your camera.
Sir, I don't recall anything after being struck.
You don't recall anything after being struck? Okay.
I bet he has kids though. I bet he has a whole bunch of kids
You also
with
made a
different
comment
women.
on the camera about the physicality of my arrest and something along the effects of, I can look back at the video, the jury can look at that. I'll just move on. You also, at the end of the video, was into it with another inmate. Do you recall what that was about?
Do not.
You know, it's all it's on the video. We'll see.
Objection. Move to strike.
Yeah, I'm going to sustain objection, Mr. Jones. Please be wary. Be very wary of the comments that you're making in response to answers or anything else. Okay, stick to questions. No comments. No comments.
If I'm not trying to ask a question, if I decide to scratch a question, how do I do that the right way though?
If you want to scratch a question,
yeah, like if I go to ask it and I'll be like, all right, never mind.
Okay, then you simply say strike that.
Okay, appreciate you, sir.
Yep.
And did you know anything about the assaults that took place afterwards?
Objection.
Overruled.
No, sir.
So you don't know about none of your buddies jumping on me when I was in handcuffs, beating on me while I was in the medical?
All right, sustained. We got a little too far here. Let's move on.
Strike.
Jury's ordered to disregard that question.
I don't
Move on,
think he
please.
got assaulted. No. Nope.
Is this the first time you've been assaulted in your job?
All their body cameras broke that day though.
How many times have you been assaulted so far?
I believe this was my second.
So you've been assaulted before this.
I have.
And what do you recall the disciplinary of the other inmate that assaulted you?
Objection.
Yeah, sustained. That has nothing to do with this.
I mean, if he didn't get charges pressed on him, that would mean that he'd be at fault.
Again, it's not related in any way to this offense, to this allegation. Nothing.
What about the credibility of the witness, though?
Well, if you want to ask a question about credibility, then that's not the right question. So move on. Sustain.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
He can't actually say he didn't do it, Monica,
That's all you
right?
have?
Because we saw
Okay,
it.
John, on any redirect?
Just a little bit about the cameras. You have access to some of the surveillance cameras in the institution. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Is it, as a matter of policy, do you show those to inmates?
You do not.
Is that a security issue?
Yes, sir.
No further questions. Thank you.
Any redirect then,
No, sir.
Mr. No? Okay. So you may step down. Thank you. Call your next witness.
Roman Shostak. May this officer be excused, Your Honor?
Yes.
Thank you. You can go back.
Stay standing, face me. Raise your right hand.
Although if you're in a restaurant and they got your steak wrong, he's the guy I would want with me. Yo, get them to fix my steak because I can't.
Swear affirm the testimony you give these proceedings to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. See. There's water if you need it. Just touch screen and dish it.
Good afternoon, officer. Would you please state your full name and spell your last name for the record?
My name is Roman Shostak. Last name Shostak.
And how are you employed, Mr. Shostak?
I'm a corrections officer,
How long have you been employed there?
close to 21 years.
That is Zach's channel. Look at that link. Go check it out. He also has the Amish subsets, guys. Amish subsets. Sorry, now here we go.
We're directing your attention to December 20th of 2023, where you employed as a corrections officer at the Warren Correctional Institution.
I was.
Are you familiar with Sergeant Carey, who just testified?
Correct. That's my unit sergeant. See him on a daily basis.
And also on the day in question, were you familiar with the defendant in this case, Aaron Jones?
I was.
Do you see him present in the courtroom today?
Right there and diagonally to my right.
May the record show the identification of the defendant.
Identifying the defendant.
So were you on duty on December 20th of last year?
Correct.
What block or unit were you assigned to?
My assigned housing unit, 1 Alpha. 1A.
And generally, what were your duties as an officer assigned to 1 Alpha?
Just maintaining the unit, make sure him is follow rules, searches, finding contraband, day-to-day operations, meals, recreation, dispatching them places, signing passes.
Is it fair to say that within the employees of the Department of Correction, your primary responsibility was security of the institution?
Absolutely.
Other employees had some different jobs within the institution besides strictly security.
Correct. As opposed to officers, there's admin staff and other works.
And directing your attention to shortly before 1 o'clock in the afternoon or 1300, did you have occasion to see Sergeant Carey with inmate Jones in Block 1 Alpha?
Yes, I have.
And where were they at? What were they doing?
So initially, I observed him entering with Sergeant Carey's office to hear a ticket. It's a disciplinary, lower standard of discipline, which normally leads to like cell isolation. And he was entering because Sergeant Carey is what we call a hearing officer. So in minor infractions, he can hear and dispatch discipline based on his findings.
All right. For the record, were you in any way involved in this ticket or whatever incident led to him and Sergeant Carey going into the?
I don't believe so.
Okay. And after you saw them enter the office, what did you do?
I believe I was conducting a rain check at the time. So once I completed my rain check, I proceeded to take my place behind the desk, which is normally my observation point for the housing unit.
And describe how the housing units are laid out in this block. Obviously there's a central day room area, correct?
Correct.
And then how are the actual cell blocks laid out?
So basically, you got an upper and lower range. It's a 2-level setup. Upper range overlooking the lower range, and the block itself kind of looks like a letter W, kind of like this, and this is what we kind of informally refer to A side and B side. And officer's desk sits against the wall in the back, so you can kind of get the best view of both sides. And in correspondence to that, sergeant's office is to my right.
How many security officers or corrections officers typically work that block at any one time?
Technically 2, but my unit has a designation as the second officer being slash officer, housing officer slash utility, so they can get utilized and pulled to perform other tasks and functions which happens quite often. So I end up running block by myself, which was the case.
And about how many inmates are housed in that block?
I get anywhere, the capacity is 136, but I normally work with around between 85 to 110, 115, depending on that particular month and particular roster.
So about 1:08 that afternoon, 1:08 p.m., did you become aware of a disturbance or something happening in the sergeant's office?
Yes, I have.
And what brought your attention to that?
Well, when you observe in the block, you can kind of notice right away, especially if you've been doing this for a little while, that if something starts happening, inmates immediately, they don't even try to really hide it. The heads turn, the people, looking in the same direction all at once. So you can kind of, it's pretty easy to pick up. And though from where I was sitting, sergeant's office was obscured by the open laundry room door. So I did not see the initial onset, but I immediately saw the reaction and I knew something was going on. And unfortunately, I've been familiar with the inmate for a while, and I kind of put some things together in my head, and I knew where I needed to be.
Before we get to what you put together in your head, tell me
Jackson.
what you did.
Sustain the objection. Let's stick to this incident, please.
Oh,
I know, but he's going a little bit too far. The jury's going to, so I'm instructing him to disregard the witness's last comment. Answer the questions and let's stick to that, please.
Right. Well, specifically as a result of what you saw and observed going on in the block, what did you do?
I immediately responded to sergeant's office.
And tell us what you saw as you approached the office.
So when I entered, I saw Sergeant Carey, who was kind of on the edge of his desk. The office appeared to be in a disarray. He was struggling with inmate Jones, and he had obvious injuries. He was bleeding from his facial, mouth, nose area, and he was trying, kind of appeared to be to try and maintain balance with inmate Jones. Seemed to be trying to displace his balance and possibly push him over the edge of the desk. And he had a grip on him. That's what I observed.
Okay, what did you do?
I immediately responded, engaged, and inmate Jones, and pulled him back over to the other side to help Sergeant Carey to regain his balance. And we tried to get him to cuff up. We gave him orders to. We got him down to off the desk, and he continued to resist and try to assault Sergeant Carey. And we delivered some punches, some balance displacement techniques until we finally were able to handcuff inmate Jones. And I also alerted. I made the man down call over the radio to alert other staff to respond.
Is that what they sometimes refer to as a signal 3?
Correct.
Indy. Only Indy.
Correct. So obviously, so people could respond and assist us because of the situation and the personal injury to Sergeant Carey and the combativeness of inmate Jones.
Was he eventually put in handcuffs and removed?
Yes, he was.
At that point, did you notice any signs of physical injuries to Sergeant Carey?
Yes, I had his blood over my shirt. He was bleeding out of his looked like his nose and mouth area, maybe his teeth, lips. So obviously he sustained some significant injuries that I believe later led him to.
And at some point after this incident, did you actually see the interior of the office after the struggle?
Yes.
With the court's permission, I'd like to show him exhibits 5, 6, and 7.
Go ahead.
Sir, I'd like you to look at State's Exhibit number 5 and tell us what's depicted in that.
That is a picture of myself with what I believe Sergeant Carey's blood on me.
Did you have blood on your shirt before this incident happened?
Negative.
Okay. Is that true, an accurate photograph of your uniform after this happened?
Yes, I believe it was taken by a supervisor.
Okay. What about photograph exhibit number 6? Will you tell us what that is?
Just a general appearance of the room after the struggle, and obviously some of Sergeant Carey's blood on it, and desk out of place, cabinet doors that have been pushed in and open, kind of semi-open position. So.
And what about exhibit 7?
Pretty much consistent with my previous statement. Same thing, blood right there on the edge where Sergeant Carey was initially when I entered the office. Some more bleeding on the floor, items thrown around. Desk is out of place.
Are exhibits 5, 6, and 7 true and accurate copies of what you saw on the date in question?
Affirmative.
Thank you. Were you wearing a body cam on December 20th of last year?
Yes, I was per policy.
What happened to your body cam as this incident went on?
I believe that it was knocked off loose during the struggle and trying to struggle with the inmate Jones and trying to assist Sergeant Carey in the situation. So I believe it ended up either on the floor or
Sketchy. Sus.
somewhere.
Sus.
You've previously seen a copy of your body cam from that incident, which we marked as State's Exhibit number 9. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Is that true and accurate video recording of the events as you recall them?
Yes, sir.
With the court's permission, I'd like to show him Exhibit 9.
Okay.
I'm going to stop it here at the beginning, and it says it's 13:08 and 25 seconds. Where were you at when this video begins?
I was positioned at the desk at my working station in front of my computer, right there in the middle with a full observation of two sides of the unit.
And where would the sergeant's office have been as you sit at the desk?
From that perspective, that would be to my right.
Man down, 1 Alpha. Sergeant's office. Put your hands behind your back. Give a little bitch. What do you think you're gonna do, huh? Huh? What do you think you're gonna do, huh? Come here, Lawrence. You got him? Hold on. Hold on. I got it. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. I got it. Come on. Texas. Yeah, that's not hit it. Sorry. Yours or his? That's mine. Hold on.
Sir, were you? Sir, when you entered the sergeant's office, was the defendant struggling with Sergeant Carey?
Yes, he was.
Did he comply with your instructions to cuff up, I think is the term?
No,
Did he continue to physically resist?
throughout the whole incident.
And eventually, after you entered the room, did other, either corrections officers or other employees have entered the room and assist?
A little short while after that, yes.
And eventually, the defendant was subdued and taken into custody.
Yes, sir.
The video we've seen is State's Exhibit 9. Is that a true and accurate copy of your body cam from that date?
Yes, sir.
You were not injured?
I don't believe so.
Did you have any evidence of physical injuries that was on your person or on your shirt? Let's strike it. Let me withdraw that. The events you've testified to, did they all occur at the Warren Correctional Institution in Warren County, Ohio?
Yes, sir.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Any cross?
Yes, sir. You stated that you worked in one house, and I'm just trying to get a picture of what is one house as opposed to the low road as Sergeant Carey referred to it as.
You need to clarify in terms of what?
In terms of level of securities.
So one alpha houses lower level security compared to what you're referring to as the low road units. And it's split into two halves. So from the perspective of the desk, the left-hand side is level 1 security, which is minimum security inmates. And then the right-hand side is level 2, which is medium security inmates.
Okay, so level 3 is a low road, level 2 is up in one house where you work at. So in order to make it from level 3 to level 2, do you know what the procedure is or any of the details of getting the security lowered to make it into the block with you under your care and supervision?
Objection.
I'm gonna allow him to answer because he asked him if he knew. Do you know?
No, I'm not involved in those procedures. All I know is through their, I'm guessing, better behavior, they get their security level lowered from 3 to 2, and they get housed in my unit. Other than that, I'm not involved in the process.
Okay, thank you.
That's the response I was looking. Thank you, sir. And also, I'd also like to ask, so when the altercation took place with Sergeant Carey, you were not in viewpoint of the altercation from start to finish, correct?
I did not see the onset of it.
So your only onset or the only sighting of it was from the instant that you ran from the desk to aid and assist Sergeant Carey, correct?
Initially, yes,
So-
until I saw the footage.
Okay, so at the time of the event, the only thing that alerted you to something going on was the inmates being bad criminals and everybody watching and staring, basically.
No, I'll withdraw it.
Go ahead and answer the question.
Yes,
Okay, so it wasn't like you seen the whole interaction beforehand. You just knew what was going on at the present moment. You reacted accordingly.
are you referring to the headbutt?
I'm talking about the whole interaction period. You didn't see nothing other than for when everybody started looking and you ran over to help.
That's still a bit of a stretch. What's all interaction? What do
Okay,
you mean?
you didn't see the events leading up to the altercation. All you seen was the altercation in full swing, and then you came to aid and assist, correct?
I saw from the moment when I responded and I could physically,
Thank you.
get a visual on what was going on.
And you're very clearly on camera throwing some punches. How many punches would you say you threw?
I do not recall at this moment.
You recall that after the defendant was already subdued, you were still throwing punches and knees
All the
while
punches.
your body camera
all
was
of
on the
them.
ground?
I don't believe so, and I don't believe I ever employed my knees.
Okay. And is that always the proper way to handle that? Is by physicality, is by punching and throwing blows to a resisting inmate?
It goes along with our use of force continuum, especially if the inmate has been assaultive and towards staff and continues to be non-compliant with the verbal orders and combative, assaultive.
So my question is, this guy's Aaron is tiny. He's not very big. And that guard's head was big. You know what I mean? It wasn't a tiny little thin, fragile head. Why would he choose to headbutt? Had I heard him, he had to have been injured in that I know he hit that guy's nose exactly enough to make it bleed. So there was a lot of blood. But like me, like I would not ever see this guy on there. I would never headbutt him because chances of me getting more injured than him are very, very, very high. So why would you go and headbutt with your tiny little head someone with a head that much bigger than yours? I need like guys to tell me because I don't know of a lot of women that headbutt. I don't think that's our go-to move. But I do see men like to headbutt. So why would you do that to someone bigger than you?
Throughout his actions.
It didn't look like much of a struggle.
I am a moron, JK.
The defendant was struggling in this.
Saying,
Already been established
remember,
today on this
I'm not
live stream.
interested in your observations.
Okay. The defendant was still struggling in this video when you were detaining him and punching him?
Throughout the whole incident, yes.
Okay. And then when you realized your body camera was on the ground, when you picked it up, you covered it. That's correct?
I picked it up through a normal way a person would pick an item up by placing my palm over it and lifting it.
Okay, well, the video is only about like 2 minutes, and you're covering the camera for most of the video. That's correct?
Objection.
Incorrect.
I'm sustaining that that makes any difference.
I was just curious.
Well,
why
you're at
you
again.
covered it.
Again. The problem is you're not asking the question the right way, but that's okay.
Oh,
Let's move on.
okay. So I can ask it like this then.
Like what?
So I want to know why he covered the camera though.
He just told you why. That's the wrong question. Move on.
Okay. So have you ever been assaulted?
I have.
You have? How many times?
At this time, I don't recall more than once.
More than once?
I'm assaulted by
Oh,
this
no,
video
sorry.
right now.
Any redirect?
You indicated that level 1, level 2 inmates were typically housed in this housing unit. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Does that mean you're free from assaults occurring within that housing block?
What do you mean by free?
Have other assaults occurred in the housing block?
On staff or inmates?
Yeah, either one.
Yeah, of course.
And Mr. Jones kept asking you about the defendant that you were struggling with. For the record, that defendant that you were struggling with was Mr. Jones. Is that fair?
That is correct.
And he was basically all he needed to do was be cuffed up and it would have been over. Is that correct?
Absolutely correct.
So he continues to struggle with you. Is that
Correct.
and then you escalate and use more force.
Correct. And I have an injured staff.
And that's part of your training and the use of force that the institution approves.
Yes, sir.
I don't have any further questions. Thank
Any
you, Ron.
recross?
I just have one last thing I want to say. So you never saw the beginning of the fight. You never seen nothing until you came to run and help.
Particular moment, you headbutting him?
Correct.
I did not. That
You
was
did not
out of my
see-
view at the
so
moment.
you can't sit there and testify in open court whether or not he spit on me before this incident took place, can you? You could testify to that.
Repeat it one more time, please.
You cannot sit there since you did not see this fight. You
Wow.
cannot say that he spit on me or he did not spit on me in open court. That's what I'm asking you.
If that occurred at the very beginning, obviously it was not in my view, so I wouldn't have. I can only testify to what I saw
So that's a
and the
no.
injuries you inflicted.
That's a no.
No, obviously we
nothing
established
further.
that.
But you may step down.
May he be excused.
You may be excused.
Bye, bodyguard. Bye. See you later.
Ms. Jones.
You guys need to take a break yet? Anybody?
This is about a 3 or 4 minute wait. I hope.
That was Showstack, right?
Yes, sir.
You had 5, 6, and 7. Are you not having those identified?
I did have.
Oh,
them
you did.
identified.
Never mind. Never
They
mind.
were. I have not published those. No, Your Honor.
Okay.
I know what my kids do when I'm not there.
Stay standing and raise your right hand. swear from the testimony you'll give these proceedings to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
There's a bottle of water if you need it. That's a touchscreen if that should put anything out.
Mr. Real? Shortly. Ma'am, would you please state your full name for the record?
Catherine Jones.
And are you a registered nurse?
Yes.
How long have you been involved in the medical field?
About 12 years.
And are you currently employed?
Yes.
Where are you employed at?
For the state of Ohio at Warren Correctional Institution.
Were you employed there on December 20th of last year?
Yes.
And what were your duties?
I was an RN, seeing patients, seeing inmates.
So as an RN, do you provide general day-to-day care for the inmates?
Yes.
Are you also on occasion called to treat staff members?
Yes.
So like on an emergency room type or an emergency type basis or a first aid type basis?
More of a first aid type basis. If emergency care is needed, we send them to the emergency room nearby.
On December 20th of last year, did you have occasion to come into contact and treat Sergeant Shane Carey?
Yes.
I'm going to show you what's marked State's Exhibit number 11. Can you identify that for us?
Yes, this is a medical exam report that I completed on Sergeant Carey.
Is that a true and accurate copy of your report?
Yes.
And all those were prepared to describe his medical condition at the time?
Yes.
Briefly, how would you describe his medical condition when you first observed him?
When I first observed him, he had blood all over his face, and then we couldn't really tell where it was coming from until we got it cleaned off. He had a bloody nose and just swelling to his mouth and face.
Any other apparent injuries?
Other than the lacerations to his lips and the blood, no.
At that point, did you treat him for those lacerations or did you refer him to another facility?
I cleaned it off and then referred him to another facility.
Why did you send him out? That was the Atrium Hospital, right?
Mhm.
Why did you send him out to be examined at Atrium?
To rule out a jaw fracture or nasal bone fractures.
Okay, we have an hour of this left for tomorrow. And then we'll get to see, the best part is the very end. The best part of this whole, okay, it's already been good, but the best part is coming. You don't even know. Now, the maximum penalty he can get is 36 months. Or he could be found innocent. This is a court of law, sir. Thank you for coming out. I'm going to set up OJ. And I'll see a couple of you there. And I'll see the rest of you tomorrow. Unless Bill streams tonight and I'm awake. Then I'll see you there. Go check out Zach's channel. I think I did post the link. Boom. Boom. Alright, guys. I'll see you soon. See ya. Thank you.
Well, I thought I'd write a happy song. I found a chat room where I belong. You don't know how much it means to me. With such a groove, I'm less lonely. Oh, Kathy's the creator. She's leading the way. At Court Vibes, we laugh and we stay. Her smile shines bright. She's got that grace. Come join the fun. It's a welcome and play. I can count on distraction from my pain, 'cause this creator takes you there and back again. Kathy is the heart here, always in stride. Her work is hard, but her joy she can't hide. Oh, Kathy's the creator, she's leading the way. guaranteed good time. Oh, Kathy's the creator, she's leading the way. At Court Vibes, we laugh and we stay. Her smile shines bright.